안녕하세요, Yanova. Heroes is back with another video. I apologize for the gap that happened. It was totally unintentional. Things have just been, life can get in the way sometimes. It's just how it is. Anyway, I am back to do a what I got for Christmas video. I keep looking at the middle of my phone, so that's why it looks like I'm not looking at you guys. Because I did get a new phone. I will show you the box it came in a second. But I know a lot of you want to see this type of video every year. I know I have not done it every year since I've been on YouTube, but since I've been filming videos on YouTube. But I wanted to this year because I'm pretty sure I didn't last year. If I did, I didn't go super in depth. So, wanted to share everything with you guys. The first thing, like I mentioned before, let me move that so it doesn't fall, is I got a new phone. I got the iPhone 16 Plus in pink. And like I said, I'm recording on it right now, so I can't really show it to you, but Mama was gonna upgrade hers because she's had hers forever and it was like glitching out on her. So there was a deal when we went to AT&T and I was able to upgrade mine. But with mine, I was also able to get an Apple Watch, and Mama got an iPad with hers because of the deal that was going on. So I am super stoked about this, honestly, just because I've been curious about the Apple Watch anyway. So really excited about both of those because those were like big ones, like big gifts this year. Also, this is like the little charger thing for it. It hooks underneath the watch to charge it, which I thought was an interesting idea, but if it works, it works. Okay. I am going to do the K-pop albums that I've got myself for Christmas first. I got so much stuff piled on the bed. Okay. So there's a K-pop store near me called K-pop Store in USA for anybody that's into K-pop. You might be familiar with that store. It's one of the bigger stores, kind of like I guess Choice Music, something like that. Anyway, we went in because I was wanting to get the Kingdom albums I was missing, and they did have Jahan's too, so I did get those. One is the, I was wondering if it said which version it was, because it'll say sometimes. Let's see. This is the irregular version. Okay, so green is irregular, which means the orange is probably fatalistic. So irregular, fatalistic. Okay, but for those that don't know, I am a diehard Kingdom fan. With the very gracious thing my stepfather did, he took me to see Kingdom in concert in September. I had a blast. I got to talk to Dan, and who's the leader, and I did make a whole video explaining like my concert experience down below, not long ago. So, but I love the group. They're like one of my diehard groups. So I was excited to see that Jahan's were there so that I could get those. I am also getting one version of the most recent release, and that's because I actually won a giveaway on Instagram for it. So I'm excited to get that too. She says she's not sending out till the new year, which fair. stuff gets lost. Totally understand that. So, but yeah, I got those. I also got the Girls' Generation 15th anniversary album that they did. It's called Forever One. And I love Girls' Generation as well. They were the first K-pop group, including Purples, which I've mentioned Purples before, but Crescendo Music did not know how to promote them as well as they should have, but I digress. Girls' Generation was one of the first groups I discovered when I was in the hospital in 2016. I remember playing their song Mr. Mr. to death, to the point where Mama was like, if you're gonna listen to that song, put on some headphones, because she got tired of listening to it because I kept playing it so much. But I am just happy to have this one, because I was on the hunt for this, but it was a different version I was looking for, but since they only had this one, I just went ahead and grabbed it, because I was like, never know when I would run into this album again, so grabbed those. And for my pulls, I'll go ahead and share those. For the Kingdom album, you get them. The photo cards I pulled were Jahan, and then Juan, who's actually on hiatus at the moment because he's apparently wasn't feeling well. It was like right after they got back from the American tour too. And it also comes with a random member bookmark, but I had the unfortunate luck of pulling Arthur twice. So I have Dan's cards for this particular era, and I'm probably just going to sell them on my Mercari page, because I do have a Mercari where I'm selling stuff that just is not stuff that I really need anymore, that I'm just wanting to find another home for. And I'm not going to charge much for the photo cards and stuff anyway, because that'd be ridiculous. I'm not like somebody who would get a photo card of, say, Junghyun from SHINee and charge like $300 for the card because he has passed away. I'm not going to do that. That's stupid. I digress. For the Girls' Generation album, I actually did pull my bias, Yuri, so I was excited about that because I love Yuri a lot. I love watching her cooking show that she does on YouTube. And for the postcard, I got Sunny, so this is probably going to go on my Instagram to trade, just because I want to get Yuri's if possible. So, and then it also came with a specific member poster, and I'm not really too concerned with trading this, but if someone wants to trade for it, then cool. But I got Seohyun. And then the last two albums that I got are by a group called Very Good, which they are, or were, because they've disbanded now, another case like Purples. They had so much talent behind them, but the company didn't know how to promote them well. Granted, Gowon, the Magne, she has an insane voice. I think back in the day I tried to cover their song Angel. Did horrible with it. I'm debating deleting that, honestly. Because she just goes so freaking high, and every time I hear it, like, goosebumps. Like, what the heck? Anyway, I was surprised that the K-pop store had two of Very Good because they were a disbanded group, so, but I wasn't complaining because I really like them a lot. So this one it's called Undying Love. And this has the songs Time for Me, Akio, and I don't know what number 2 is because it's written in Korean, so I don't know. Maybe it'll tell me in the book. Let me see. It probably won't though. Yeah. So this is when they were a 4-member group. It is Gobon, Sehyeon, Solyu, and Johyun, I want to say, or Jaehyun. I'm not sure how you say her name. I'm probably butchering that horribly, but anyway. Was super excited to get this one. This is also after Taeha and Dae left, I think is how you say her name. It's the word day with an E at the end. I'm not sure how you're supposed to say it. But and this one, which is called Fantastic, it was after Day left, because she left before Taeha did, who's in the middle. Which, for those that don't know, Taeha is definitely my bias in Very Good. Let's see if I can find a picture, a decent picture. There's one photo in particular I like of her a lot. There it is. That's Taeha right there. Debating posting my pulls from these albums to my Instagram to see if anybody wants to trade for the Taeha equivalents, at least for the one album. But, and then the others I'm probably gonna end up selling. But anyway, for the smaller one, I pulled Gowon and Sehyeon, and a lot of people say that they pull her. Like, she seems to be the one that gets pulled all the time by people. And then in the one labeled Fantastic, I got Gowon and the member whose name I cannot remember. It starts with a J, I know that, but I can never remember her name. And that's bad. I need to learn the names. I've learned the names of most of them, but she came in when Don't Believe came out, so that kind of threw me a little bit. Yeah, I decided not to go too crazy at the K-pop store just because stuff gets expensive. Like, just these was like 117 by itself, which is insane. Okay, next I will go into... I did get a solid pink case for my phone, but I also got this one, Hello Kitty one, so... These I got it at the mall where John, or Reva, some of you guys know him as, because there's a couple kiosks that sell cases, and I wanted to get ones that were cute but they could also hold up well. And the solid pink one has like sparkles to it, and then there's this one. So probably gonna end up selling some of my other cases for my old phones, so I doubt they would sell. Okay. Next, I will go into what I got at the bookstore, but before I do, let me turn the camera a little bit. That little bulldog right there, that little French bulldog. John got me that, and he also got me, get her from behind me. Isabel from Build-A-Bear, because they had a deal. And I really like Isabel. I was hoping that they would have had Choco Cat, but they didn't. Because that would have been my second choice after the Bulldog, so. And she's got the heartbeat in her. I've really gotten back into Animal Crossing. To the point that I think I've put 3,500 hours into it. Yeah, it's a lot. So, you got me those. So we went to a Barnes and Noble in his area. Let me get all those books, because there's a lot. Oh, not those two. I got those two somewhere else. Okay, let's see. Okay. So when we went to Barnes and Noble, I was just looking around because there was a lot of stuff on my list, because I keep a list of like the manga that I have. I wish someone would invent an app for the phone that let you keep track of like your manga and stuff. I have to look and see if there's anything on the App Store. But one of the bigger books that I got was this Tokyo Ghoul Re art book. It's got Kaneki and Toka on the front. The only other like big book that I got was the Hellsing Deluxe Edition Volume 2. It is currently with the rest of my manga on the shelves. And it's in a place that would really aggravate my back at the moment, because my back is like doing one of them things where the muscle feels like it's spazzing. But this one was within reach that I could grab it without it being an issue, so. But Tokyo Ghoul is, and this is me personally, it could just be me because I came into that anime late, but Tokyo Ghoul is one of, like, easily in my top 10 anime, easily. Attack on Titan would be top 3, because it would be Inuyasha, Attack on Titan, Sailor Moon / Sailor Moon Crystal, whichever one. Dragon Ball Z from back in the day. Yu-Gi-Oh! That was another one I watched a lot as a kid. Pokemon. But Tokyo Ghoul is definitely up there. But Inuyasha is like my all-time favorite, because that's the series that got me into anime. And also that got me into having a slight crush on Sesshomaru up there. I have his, one of his Funkos up there. Which, huge thanks to my stepdad for hanging these shelves. I really like how they look. They're really, really cute. So, I hope to either find some more or find ones that would go with it at some point in the future. But yeah. And this is like a hefty book too, the art book. Next, speaking of Yu-Gi-Oh! That was Ironic Attack. I got the bind up of volumes 1 through 3. And it is a chunky boy. Put it that way. There we go. But yeah, I've always watched the anime. I have never read the manga. And since it was, decent price point for the omnibus, I just went ahead and picked it up, because this brings back like childhood memories, me and my brother having the cards and playing the game. It was just a lot of fun. So I grabbed this more for nostalgia's sake than anything. The next one I got, which I'm sure Caitlin from Caitlins will be happy that I picked this up. The Other Worlds Books Depend on the Bean Counter, Volume 2. I did pick up Volume 1. I have yet to read it. Sorry, Caitlin. Plan to get to it soon. Even though I doubt she'd be watching this video. Hi if you are, though. Appreciate it. Love your manga videos. But she adores this series. Or is this the light novel? I thought I got the manga for it. Oh well. I can try to find the light novel volume 1 of this if I didn't get the light novel for the other one, but I am excited to see what the hype is, because I know Caitlin loves this series. So definitely looking forward to checking it out. Hopefully volume 1 is a light novel as well. That's what I'm hoping. But because Caitlin got the manhwa, I'm pretty sure. But anyway, that might have been a slip up on my part. Next is Chojin X, Volume 1. This is done by Suo Ishida, who did Tokyo Ghoul. I've heard from YouTubers like Boogie Snacks and just miscellaneous people on YouTube that really like the Tokyo Ghoul manga. Also really liked Chojin X. I think Purple Frog has it too. I think. But I know Boogie Snacks has it because he's a big Tokyo Ghoul fan. Like, he's got both box sets and collects occasional merch and kind of has his coffee made, like, done in the coffee shop in the anime. So I thought that was kind of a cool thing. But I am excited to get into this one. I've heard so many good things about this series, so I'm hoping to get to it soon. Next is a chunk. I think this is the entire series, and that is Puella Magi Madoka Magica, the complete omnibus. For those that do not know about this series, Madoka basically comes across this creature named Kyubey. Wait, who's on the back right here? Kyubey. And he says, do you want to become magical girls, basically? And, like, is there anything that you would want to happen if you did become a magical girl type of thing? Turn the camera since I tilted. And Madoka originally is like, no, I'm not going to do it. But then one of her best friends does. So she's like, okay. And something happens, I'm not going to spoil it. But it makes her change her mind. And I've watched the first few episodes of the anime, but I have not read the manga. So I plan to, now that I have the massive omnibus. There's the other stack. I was like, where'd the other stack of books go? Next I got Timon's, I think it's Timon's B-side, Volume 1. Purple Frog goes on and on about this series, so I got to see what the hype was about. Because I know it's about, like, a Japanese idol being completely different than how he is on the stage. So I am excited to get into that one as well. I keep saying that. This one I got just because it looked really freaking cute. That is Yuzu the Pet Vet, Volume 1 by Mingo Ito. I just really thought this was cute and adorable. I love the art style. So I am excited to get to that one too. My next read is probably going to be one of the actual, like, books that I got though. Just because I'm really interested in one particular, which I'll share in a minute. Then I got volumes 1 and 2. This is 1, right? yeah, of the ex-Yakuza and Stray Kitten volumes. Honestly, what drew me in was the kitten's face. Every time I see his face, I'm like, oh my god, I just want to kiss you on the face. He's so freaking cute. So, I am hoping to get to these soon. They're really thin, so it probably won't take me very long, but I saw these and I was like, oh goodness. And for those that are wondering, I am a cat person, so that was also a thing. The next two are the Apothecary Diaries 1 and 2. So many people rave about this series, especially since the animes come out. And I've been meaning to get to it for a while. I just have never picked it up because there were other series on my list that took priority. Excuse me. So I never reached for it. I know Boogie is obsessed with it. Caitlin's obsessed with it. Liddy from Liddy Moons, which, hi, if you are watching, I don't know if you are, but hi, all the same. Love your stuff too. And Purple Frog, they like all rave about this series. I think it's the manga part is up to like 8 or 9, if memory serves me right. I could be totally wrong, but definitely want to see what all the hype is about. And I went ahead and got volume 2 in case I really did like volume 1. That way I didn't have to wait. Okay, and for the non-manga related books from Barnes & Noble, when I first picked this up, all my friends were like, why did you get this? This is so bizarre. But it's called Nothing to Envy, Ordinary Lives in North Korea. I have this really strange fascination with North Korea. Not to the point that I'm willing to put myself in harm's way and travel there like an idiot, but enough that what I see from afar is interesting to me, if that makes sense. So I definitely want to read this soon because it follows the lives of 6 North Korean citizens over 15 years. A chaotic period that saw the death of Kim Il-sung, the rise to power of his son, Kim Jong-un, and a devastating famine that killed 1/5 of the population. So it goes over that, and I've always wondered about that in particular, because you'd think that they would do something to fix it, but I guess being dictators and being a bunch of pains in the butt, they didn't want to do that. They were like, let's just keep the capital healthy to fool people type of thing. So, but yeah, I did pick that up. And then this one I picked up mostly because John was interested in it, but then it made me interested too. And it's called Shogun, The Life and Times of Tokugawa Ieyasu, Japan's greatest ruler. And he's a chunky boy. Apparently there's a movie called Shogun too. I didn't know that until I came home and showed Mama the book. But I'm curious about most Asian history in general, but especially like Korea, Japan. So I was curious about it anyway, and then John told me the premise, and I was like, that sounds really freaking cool. And it actually wasn't that bad price-wise for how thick a book it is. Because books can get so expensive nowadays, it's ridiculous. But hope to get to this at some point soon. I really want to get back into reading just because I feel like I've really just slacked in that sense. So I hope to get back to that. And then for some miscellaneous stuff. Move all this stuff up because way too much stuff toward the back. One of the things is Mama got me this purse so I could hang all of my Shishomaru keychains and pins on it. Because, yes, I have a obsession with Shishomaru. I feel like a lot of anime fans, when Inuyasha came out, probably felt the same. Unless they were more of a Koga person. Or any of the other males, but the two I know I had crushes on are Shishomaru and Koga. So, yeah, and I got these pins in a lot on Bakari as a gift to myself, just because I really wanted some keychains of him, and I actually have another one coming in at some point. Should be within like the next couple days. But I really do love, just the anime as a whole. I even have like a wall scroll on the wall that y'all can't see that's this way. I hope to be able to do a room tour at some point, but I want to clean my room first off because it's wreck, and two, clean off my desk because it's become such a catch-all. So those are the things that are keeping me from showing you guys my room at the moment. Looking to see if there's anything in here. I don't think so. I think I took everything out. One thing Mama got me also is this right here. I don't know if many of you are or know about this. It's called a birdie. Basically, if you feel like you're going to be in a dangerous scenario, you can yank this and an alarm will sound to scare off anybody. So I thought that was cool, and Mama tested them all and they're loud. Because she wanted to test them to make sure that they worked. And they do. They are just very loud. Sorry, mouth got dry. Then we went to a store, I think it was called Pop. It was Pop something, I can't remember the actual name, but I wish it said somewhere. But anyway, they had some like little anime blind bag things. One was for little like figures on a stand. So I got a Haikyuu one and pulled Hinata, which I like Hinata a lot. He's probably tied up there with me, or for me, with Adachi, or is it Adachi or Asami? It's probably Asami now that I'm thinking about it. And I'm trying to think of his name. Because it's Hinata, Kenma, his rival, and then Asahi, I think is his actual name, Asahi. It's been a minute since I've read Haikyuu. I need to get back on that. I stopped at volume like 24. And then I got some My Hero Academia stickers because I didn't even know that they had these in this type of sticker book. So I was excited to grab those. And then lastly, for the blind bag thing I was talking about, they had a thing where it was like you could get a random Attack on Titan lanyard, like character lanyard. And call it what you will, AOT fans, I pulled not once, but twice Levi. I pulled Levi twice. I'm sitting here going, what are the odds of me pulling Levi Heschel twice? I don't know. So these are going to go up on my Mercari page as well, just because I like Levi, I do, but there are other characters that I like more than Levi, so yeah, sorry to all the Levi fangirls out there. He does rank at least in my top 3, because for the guys in AOT, and I know he's only a kid toward the end of the show, but I really like Falco's character a lot. His character growth and how he just does stuff independent, how dedicated he is to trying to help Gabby. And then under Falco is a tie between Mikasa and Armin. I put them together because I like them both the same, but for different reasons. Which I can go into a whole video explaining why I like certain characters and why, but I'm not going to do that here because this video is already almost 40 minutes and I want to go ahead and knock this out. And then my mom also got me this Hello Kitty silk pillowcase. So silk is supposed to be good for your hair. So I will use that in the near future. And then 2 things I bought myself for Christmas. These were off of Mercari, and it's By the Sword 1 and 2. I'm pretty sure there's a volume 3 out there somewhere. I just don't know where to find it. But I'm trying to see what the name of the company is. Looks like it just says WoW, but I'm not sure. No, ADV manga. There we go. Back said it. I remember reading this at least 2 decades ago. Back when we still had Borders, or Walden Books, or whatever you want to call it. Because I sat on the floor and looked at this one specifically. Because as soon as I saw it on Mercari, I was like, I recognize that cover. And then there were people selling, 1 and 2 together, so I immediately jumped on that. Oh, apologies if you heard a pop, that was my shoulder. Another thing that John got me that I forgot to put in here is this keychain. It is a Pokeball, but when you twist it, it lights up, and if you guys can see, there's a Sylveon in the Pokeball. He got him a Noivern one because Noivern's one of his favorite Pokemon. Alright, lastly is some stuff from Bath & Body Works. I did not grab them, but there are 3 candles that haven't been used, but I've burnt like the other 4, maybe 3 that Mama got me because we went on Candle Day and got a bunch. So she got her some, and she got me some. But I've been burning through them like crazy. Like the one that's burning right now is Cookie Butter Truffle, and it's on its like last leg. Like it'll probably get finished today. But we also, when we went, they had a thing where it was buy 3, get 3 free on body care. So I decided to stock up on lotion. Now I do have like some body butter style ones that I didn't grab. One's in Thousand Wishes. One is in Vanilla Bean Noel, and the other one, I can't remember what the other one was. It might have been like the sleep aromatherapy one, knowing me. But then I got a bunch of like the shea creams. They have this line out right now called Emily in Paris, and I smelled a lot of the stuff and just really liked it a lot. This one is Champagne in Paris, and it is like a very sweet smell, because to me it smells like raspberry, but it's saying elderberry. But I did grab this one. I got 1, 2, 3, 4 of this one, and it is the Macron Cloud one. I have 2 candles in this scent as well, just because I really like this scent a lot. And this one has a berry note to it, but it's not like super duper strong or anything. But I'm excited to have these. I'm pretty good on lotion now, because I still had a Vanilla Bean Noel from last year I hadn't finished, and then I got one of Grandma's Jergen ones that she had left over, so. Then there's this one, which is Lavender Luxe, also from the same line. Mama had the candle of this one, and it smelled really good. But I'm a big lavender person. It just, from the aromatherapy aspect, it works really well for me. So, I only grabbed one, but if I see them in the semi-annual sale, if we go in like the next couple days, I am picking up more of this one, and also getting a candle in this, because the smell of it was really freaking good. Alright, the last 3 are miscellaneous ones. One is called Snowflakes and Cashmere, and it says vanilla, cashmere cream, caramel woods, and frosted clementine. Mama was actually burning the candle in this one not that long ago. I like it better in the body cream than I do the candle, though. Personally. But yeah, all of these are the Ultimate Hydration Body Cream ones that say 24-hour moisture on them. So, because I get really bad dry skin in the winter. This next one is called Pure Wonder, and it says Iced Rose, Star Jasmine, and Warm White Amber. And it smells good. I do like it a lot. It's got some floral to it, but it's mostly like a clean type of smell. But it's a clean one that doesn't give me a headache, because I find a lot of the ones that smell super clean just give me a massive headache. So, and then the last one is called Vanilla Romance, which has fresh cardamom, vanilla absolute, and captivating woods, and it looks like this. But yeah, all these smell really good. Alright, I'm going to call this video here. I would mention clothes, but a bunch of those are in the wash right now, so I may do a part 2 just showing like the clothes side. But with all that being said, thank you so much for watching this video. Sorry that it had taken me so long to get back to filming. I hope to film the first episode of Breath of the Wild soon. I know that one won the poll. I need to get on that, so. But again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will talk to you guys soon in another video, another time. Bye, roses. Annyeong.